We're at John's place here, John's garage. Today we're installing the SPC Concepts Lanesplitter Exhaust for my Sporty 48. There's actually no video on it right now, so I'll show the full install. Here are the parts. This is what it came with, the bracket and there, pipe, SP Concepts. Right here, Lanesplitter, brand new pipe. Everything here. Here's the hardware for it. The only thing I don't know, because there's no video on this, is if I have to use my old bracket here for the exhaust. I took that off because I didn't need it. So I brought this along in case, and I think I have to use it. That's what I kind of saw. All right, let's get into this. You ready, John? Like the new hoodie? No. New design.
What's the MMXXI mean?
What do you think? I don't know. It's 2021. That's when the group was created. Yeah. Same thing in the back. Alright, so I'm gonna start taking this off. Hot pipes. Hot. How's this come out? Pipe.
First thing's out.
First pipe's out. Look at all the rust on it. Look at that. Burn spots. Pipe gets hot.
Second one is done.
Done. Now I'm taking out the gaskets here, the exhaust gasket. Take note, you guys gotta replace this every single time. And I didn't do it when I put on the Bassani. I've been running the same gasket. And I bet it's been making my bike run like crap. See how it's shredding out? So this exhaust gasket here is it's like breaking apart. And it's making it a hassle because I gotta take it out. It's like welded in here with the heat. See, it's all breaking apart. But it's doing it to me. See, this sucks. It's not coming out right. Alright, exhaust gasket removal tutorial. You gotta keep digging right here. Digging all the way to the bottom until you pull this layer out. And then the whole thing will pop out. See? Because if you keep on shredding at it, it's gonna fall to pieces. Alright, we're good now. Let's put in these new gaskets. It's the exact same. I got the V-twin manufacturer one. Taking off these flanges, putting it over to the new pipe. And the O2 sensor too. So, alright, so we're working with O2 sensors here. Okay, so I'm gonna put on this right here. It's included. Gotta put this over onto the new pipe. And then the O2 sensor goes into here, like that. Okay, so for the flange right here, that part, you want this groove piece right there to stay on the outside. So it's gonna go over like that. And then this little snap ring thing here, it's gonna go over. So there we go. It has to sit in there like that. Alright, so here is an update to install the pipe on the Harley Sportster models. You need this original bracket. See, it goes in here. I forget how it attached, but I think it's like back here like that. There you go. So it goes in there like that, right? So I have to reattach this because when I installed my Bassani pipes, I didn't need this bracket. And I like to lose weight on it, you know, so I removed this. And I have to reinstall it now. So to get to this, if you took it off and to reinstall that, I had to remove this plate. But to remove this plate, I have to remove the, you know, the right brake lever right there. That's the only way this plate slips out, because it has like, it's angled weird. Let's see. But if you guys still have this on, you're good. It's just I removed it, that's why. And that's how it looks like with the bracket back on. See, there's this bolt here, bolt there, bolt there. Now let's slide this piece back in. So with this plate back in, there's a bolt right here, this one right here, and then there's this big bolt. So that goes in, secures it down. So I'm gonna tighten that up, put back on the brake pedal here, and then we'll install the pipe finally. Alright, so I decided to put the bar on top. I wasn't sure if I should put this bar on the bottom. I put it over, put the bolt on here. These bolts have a little nut that goes on the back here. You tighten those two. And then this thing, this was tricky. It comes with these little clips right here. It's a vibration dampener. And I put it on this the exhaust pipe right here, and then this will now slip on like that. So that's how I'm putting it on, and it looks like it fits. So all right, we've been struggling with this for over an hour, and we found out the best way. So you put on this black bracket first, you tighten that up onto this exhaust. The exhaust tightens into these two, and then you tighten up this last bracket down here, like bolt it down to that. And that was the only way it fit for us, because at first I put this bracket on, and then I slipped the pipe in. I tried to tighten it on this end, and there was no way of doing it, and it took us over an hour. So now we did that, and it worked. So just got to tighten up the headers up here in the flange, and I'm gonna start it up.
Yo, we're done.
And then we're done. Oh my gosh, this was a lot more difficult than the Bassani, I want to say. All right, starting it up for the first time. Okay everyone, I'm back at home now, and I'm going to show you the correct way to install these SPC Concept Lanesplitter pipe, because the main problem you'll run into is this foot brake right here, how to clear it from the pipe from hitting it. Because I didn't show this at John's garage when I was installing it, I did have it hit the pipe, and I installed it wrong. So when I came back home here, I took it all off. I figured out the right way, put it back on, and now this foot brake clears. And you'll see right here, it scraped it up. So I took it off, I reinstalled it, and the main thing is the bracket. So I'll show you right here. So if you look over the video from my installation, you'll see that I installed the bracket on top. I laid the bracket on top and I bolted it down. Well, now that I came back home, I bolted the bracket on the bottom. See that? So pretend this is the bracket, right? So instead of having it sit on top when you bolt it down, just put it under and bolt it down. Hopefully you can see that. And so if you do that, the brake level will clear. That's the main issue. And I'm going to quickly go over right now how exactly I installed this to make it easy. Alright, so the first thing is to take the bottom piece of the exhaust right here, right? To install the vibration dampener on it, and then install that bracket onto this exhaust piece right here. So install the bracket on over the vibration dampener. You want to get this piece on like that first. Attach this piece to the bracket that's on the bike. So you want to bolt that down, and remember I said to install the bracket on the bottom. So with this bracket on this pipe already that's installed on, now slip this bracket under and then bolt it to the bike. So you want to bolt this piece on first so that it's stable, but you don't have to have it super tightly bolted on, because you want to adjust it as you're installing these two pipes right here. So then you put this one on and you lightly tighten it up on the clamps. You want to have that on, have this on, lightly tighten it where everything is loose, and then you slip this in, right? I slip this one in first, and you can do it with this on where they're both loose. You can slip that in, just bend it and then adjust it where this thing clears and everything looks good, and then tighten, and then you can tighten this thing down into the bike, tighten this pipe up in there, and then do this last. You can slip this in, and you'll notice that I didn't fully slip this all the way tightly in. So you don't have, like this one, I believe it's all the way in, this one. But this one, you don't have to get it all the way in. You can just get like halfway or so, and it's fine. Because you want to make sure that it's tight up here into the exhaust port of it with the gasket, so that it's sealed up tightly. If you slip this all the way in, this part up here might not get tight. So that's why I made sure that this part up here is tight into the gasket. And then as long as this is in, and then put your springs in right here. Put those springs in, and the easiest way to install those springs are some vice grips right here. This is how I did it, and it's so easy. If you clamp it on to the spring, clip it in first there and just pull it, and then clamp it on, and then you just use this part right here to let it go. And so yeah, it was so easy to use vice grips. I saw people doing pliers and stuff, but it'll slip out. These vice grips are like, will hold on to the spring tight, because these springs they're very tight. And then very last part is to rub it down with rubbing alcohol, clean up all your fingerprints if you don't want, stains on it. I'm gonna run it right now and let you hear how it sounds. Open up this helmet, let you guys hear how it rips. Sounds amazing. Damn, I'm so glad I switched to these pipes. And it has the Fuelmoto tune in it. Fuelmoto was cool enough to send me a new tune for this SPC pipe. Freaking awesome. There's my new pipe right there. SPC Lanesplitter.
Hot. The torque is always gonna change.
So, all right, so we're heading out to Monsters Minis right now. This is the crew. I'm gonna meet up with some other people over there too, and we have another friend that was gonna meet us there too. So we'll see when we get there. Gonna head out right now.